The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Interesting news from Swedish automaker Volvo. Volvo appears to believe that the internal combustion engine that is gasoline or diesel powered is going to be going away. I guess you could say the way of tail fins on a 57 Chevy. I actually don't know if a 57 Chevy had tail fins.
The way of the dodo bird.
The way of the dodo bird. That's exactly right. Volvo is going to start putting electric motors on all cars starting in 2019. So they are the first traditional automaker to forego the combustion engine. Of course, Tesla, from the get-go, an electric-only car. And Volvo has been making cars since 1927. They are famous for safety and station wagons, I think we would say. Right? Isn't that what Volvo is most known for?
I always have thought of Volvo as the safest car around, and if they're going to market themselves as the safest car and one of the most fuel-efficient cars, I think there's a demographic that will definitely buy those automobiles.
Although I think over the last 10 years, other cars are rated as safe as Volvo.
Still.
Still, that's what they're known for. So this is very interesting because a lot of other manufacturers, like Ford, for example, and General Motors, they've been steadily increasing their offerings in terms of the electric vehicles that are available. BMW, Audi, a lot of foreign brands are offering electric options within many of their model lines. But this is sort of drawing a line in the sand and saying we are just getting off of the internal combustion engine. And just as interestingly, I believe I read this morning that Germany is going to ban diesel and gasoline-powered cars by the year 2040.
Maybe a little bit preemptive then, wouldn't you say?
You've got still, it's not now, it's 2040. They're basically just saying, we will be doing this in 23 years.
I guess you can always undo that, right?
I guess so.
Oh, you actually, after Volvo announced this plan, their shares spiked up 1.4%. So
wow, big gain.
This is very financially appealing to them, of course. And, even if they don't hit that 2019 mark and they delay it till 2022, definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, although I don't know that it would get delayed. It might get delayed one model year, but not much because these brands plan out the model years so far in advance that they're basically working on 2019 now because in
2018s are probably already out.
I think in September of 2017 is when the 2018 model year cars start coming out.
It's like, why?
And then, so that way people are like, wow, this thing's really new. It's only September, but I'm already getting a 2018.
It's so new, it doesn't even exist yet.
Exactly.
It hasn't even happened.
It's all PR. It's all marketing, right? Yeah. But yeah, their 2019 model year cars are only about 14 months away from starting to be released, if my math is correct. So that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Okay. Remember, Pat, Four Loko? I think you told me that you were all about Four Loko, right?
Once they took the caffeine out is when I've started to drink them every now and then.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Wait, is Four Loko still around?
They're around. They just don't have the caffeine in them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Four Loko used to be alcohol and caffeine. And it wasn't a great combination because alcohol, of course, a depressant, caffeine, a stimulant, and people drinking a lot of it was a really, really bad thing. Sometimes it was called a blackout in a can. Now there is something called Coco Loco. Coco Loco is snortable chocolate powder, marketed as a drug-free way to get a buzz. It's being produced by an Orlando-based company called Legal Lean, and the ingredients are cacao powder, as well as ginkgo biloba, taurine, and guarana, which are commonly found in energy drinks. Although, honestly, I don't know that those do anything. I think energy drinks, mostly, it's the caffeine that actually...
And all the other stuff is just marketing?
I don't know. I mean,
deceptive.
For a while, ginkgo biloba was like a brain supplement that was meant to create mental clarity and acuity or whatever. And then taurine and guarana, I guess I don't remember. Maybe those are mild stimulants. I'm not sure. But in any case, snortable chocolate.
Would that affect your decision to snort chocolate then?
No, I'm not snorting it no matter what.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is some people wonder if this will be a gateway drug of sorts because if people get used to snorting chocolate,
next thing you know, they'll be making brownies. Yeah. I'm sorry. Or cocaine. Yeah.
Well,
one way
you
or
should use snorting something, right? But I see it as the other way around because, of course, we have things like O'Doul's for alcoholics, people wanting to get something similar to beer that's not actually alcoholic.
Right.
Or you have nicotine patches, nicotine gum. I guess they have pouches now for people who are used to chewing tobacco.
Pouches or patches?
Pouches that you put in your lip.
And
it's like a coffee grind type thing, and it's supposed to give you a similar effect that dip would.
Does it cut into the lip like like tobacco does, and that's how it
No,
gets in, or no?
Well, I think it just dissolves in your mouth.
Okay.
And that's how you get the effect from it. So I'm thinking, if maybe someone has some sort of cocaine addiction,
Yeah.
they can get themselves off of that
With
by
cacao
using this
snorting.
product.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know if the effects are as strong. Cocoa does have some caffeine, and apparently the combination of the cacao and the ginkgo and the taurine and the guarana will last about 30 to 60 minutes, and that it is almost like a euphoric type feeling. It's basically caffeine, right? That's what it seems like it's going on. It's mostly the caffeine from the cacao.
And the best part of chocolate isn't the caffeine, too. It's the taste. Why would you want to snort it? You got to taste the chocolate.
Go with that. I would stick with that story, Pat. I like that. You insist on that. No, but you would never snort chocolate.
No, I wouldn't snort anything.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's just disturbing.
It's just not good. It's just not good. Injectable chocolate, though, that's a different story. I would take a chocolate IV any day. No, I'm kidding.
Then you don't even get to enjoy the experience, right? Maybe the caffeine a little bit, but like I said, the whole point of chocolate is to eat it.
Yeah. I've been to chocolate factories, and no 8-year-olds blew up like a blueberry. So in that sense, it was not representative of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
That's a pretty deranged story. And what are like the lessons in that story? Don't chew gum. Don't be annoying. Couldn't they have picked better morals to go after and teach
What
kids?
was the gum chewing effect? The girl
She blew up. No, she was the one that blew up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've not seen that movie for a while.
Oh, okay.
Good movie though. Hell of a movie. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about cotton swabs. Do you know people, Pat, who stick cotton swabs, known sometimes by the brand name Q-tip, in their ear canal?
I used to be one myself.
Okay, but you stopped.
Yeah.
It's really not a good idea. I know a lot of people that put Q-tips in their ears to try to move earwax, and there are now updated clinical guidelines from the Otolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Journal, and it says, really, don't do it. It's really, really bad. Never put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear. You should not put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear.
How can you put something larger than your elbow in your ear?
That's the exact point, which you really shouldn't be putting stuff in your ear, and even a fingertip could do damage. And it is, you can cause all sorts of problems. You impact the wax if that's what you're trying to solve, and it makes it even worse. You can damage the eardrum. You can cause significant pain. You can cause hearing issues, et cetera, et cetera. And so many people love doing this. They feel like it's just a great thing.
No, it's a terrible thing, especially because when you think about your ear canal and your eardrum, I mean, it's a one-way street.
Right.
It's not like you're pushing the wax all the way into your head or something.
Absolutely
It's just
right.
going to tact up against your eardrum, and if you have, say, blocked ears from the wax or whatever, you're making that problem 10 times worse.
You've got to let nature do its job. The ear wax is there specifically to basically catch, embed dust or dirt or whatever, and it will eventually flush itself out. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Some people have accelerated earwax production.
And that's me.
Great. Well, listen, we're learning a lot about Pat's medical history here. But what do you do in that case, Pat?
Take it away?
Oh, you don't know?
No, I know, but I don't know if it's the answer that you're going to give.
Well, what do you do?
Okay, so I used to have this problem, which was exacerbated by me using the Q-tips.
Sure.
And I would go to the doctor, and they would take this syringe type thing and flush water and hydrogen peroxide into my ear.
Yep.
That didn't work so well for me, and I kept having to make these doctor's visits, were a little bit expensive, so I had to find another solution. My solution now is every few months I use a water pick.
Okay.
One of those things that you're supposed to use to floss your teeth with.
Right.
And I put warm water and hydrogen peroxide in it, and it just jets out water and flushes the whole thing out, and it's fantastic. It feels great.
Have you asked your doctor if that's okay to do that?
Yeah, I mean, they did it on me first, and then I just bought the water pick because I was sick of paying like the copays for the doctor visits.
Yeah, but I just don't know if the water pick is the same thing as the syringe. But anyway, long story short, yes, you can buy a small water. I don't even know what it's called. It's like a bubble.
They have these ear vac things, I guess, too, which don't even involve water. But I haven't had to move on to that because the water pick works so effectively for me.
I'm just not sure if the ear vac is approved. And now, but anyway, yes, you basically use water. There's drops that will deal with it. But don't put Q-tips in your ears. I actually have a friend who's an emergency room doctor. And he said that it's pretty common that people show up because they've had some issue with Q-tips in their ears.
If you look at the labeling on Q-tips, they say very specifically, don't apply directly in the ear canal.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
who reads
you can
that?
use it like around your ears, I guess, in the little crevices and what have you, but not in the ear canal.
Now, what you definitely don't want to do is something called ear candling. Have you heard about this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Ear
like supposed to be
candling
one of the solutions for
is a
earwax.
total scam. And we actually were approached by an ear candling company that wanted us to advertise their products. And the idea is you basically put this is a rough explanation. You put a lit candle right up to your ear. And the idea is that the flame on one side of the candle will draw out toxins from inside your ear.
Oh, okay.
And you take the candle out of your ear, and many times people see, oh, the bottom has sort of changed color, so those must be the toxins coming out of my ear. It turns out that that happens anyway because of the vacuum that is sort of caused by the candle. Even if you were just to go outside into a city, it would still pick up stuff.
See, I didn't think it had anything to do with toxins. Maybe that you're just melting the earwax and then it's not as sticky and just falls right out.
My understanding is it's not that. Is that it's pulling out the stuff that's in your ear. I don't. Who even knows? It's bogus. That's the point of it.
I don't understand how companies are successful with this because you can just go to the store and buy a candle for $1. You know?
Yeah, but it's
like,
not the right type of
it's gonna be
candle. It
specific
doesn't come
to
with the
that
right
one.
packaging. You've not paid enough for it, which is a big thing.
You buy the candle and it doesn't say this is meant to remove earwax.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Don't do it. People often will get burns inside the ear from wax that drips in. I mean, just it's
That's
insane.
a way worse problem.
What are you doing?
And with
What are you
something
doing?
like your hearing or your sight, you want to be extra careful with that
Absolutely.
sort of thing.
Absolutely. All right. So anyway, hopefully everybody will have a good weekend now that we've talked about this of not using Q-tips or candles to deal with your ears. And next week, it is a full week, Pat, I think,
Really?
right?
Yeah.
We're here for the full week.
I know
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. I'll figure out whether I am. We'll deal with that next week. But Pat will be here all week next week.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.